Australians, the Australian culture from a marketing point of view, is that there's an element within our culture that stops us from being boastful. It's seen as being, antithetical to the Australian culture. In fact, it's almost a bit of a joke that in America, that if they see an Australian entrepreneur show up, the person could have cured cancer, quite literally, and they'll sort of talk into their shirt and mumble and whatever. So the challenge is, from an American point of view, if we're aiming at a global market, we need to be as good at telling that story and showing the passion and directing that value-fulfilling opportunity in a way which is both credible and committed and increasingly scientific, so that you're using the available tools, which are getting progressively cheaper as time goes on if you're aiming at narrow markets. If you're a marketer and you're aiming at a very wide market, it actually gets more expensive. If we were to look at Mad Men, the era of Mad Men, it was relatively easy to be able to take and expose an audience of up to 40 or 50 or 60% of the market using television or using a combination of print and radio. And these were the mass media that affected or touched huge numbers of people. Today, this atomization of the marketplace means that you've really got to be targeting people quite specifically and utilizing the tools of things like big data to be able to identify how to reach them. So digital marketing of all flavors, search, and increasingly mobile really are the funnels that will direct the audience's attention towards your value proposition. So Australian marketers tend to be very good at dealing with small marketplaces, but not really big ones. And increasingly, for us to compete on a global stage, we need to understand the sort of things I learned when I was at Yahoo, when we had 30, 50, 150 million people using one particular property. What was it that we had to do to attract a lot of people when audience fragmentation and audience attention had already been atomized to a large extent? So Australian marketers need to get better at using the contemporary tools to attract big markets as well as small ones.